what? Corey Haim and Corey Feldman are giving out their personal numbers.
A hand can be used like a knife. But this method doesn't work with a tomato.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to today's video. I've had a bunch of questions since last week's video, so I actually had plans to make another video, blah, 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 blah. I'm doing this video instead.
Let's face it, the dollar just isn't what it used to be.
I had a bunch of questions about this, which is the BetaFPV Air65. It's basically a sort of review-ish video or some more information on this tiny little whoop here. Is it good? Is it bad? What's good about it? What's bad about it? Yeah, pretty simple. Pretty simple, actually. I'll tell you all about it right now.
2 tacos, 2 bean burritos, 2 tostadas.
Should be without. The Ginsu can cut us.
Call 1-900-909-3700.
Taco Bell.
I want to talk about the good stuff first. We'll talk about the good stuff and then we'll talk about the bad stuff. So the good stuff is this particular bind and fly is fucking awesome out of the box.
Oh my gosh! Oh my God!
You can literally pull this thing out of the, pull it out of the box and, get it set up in Betaflight, which is, get it bound, set your switches and your buttons, and you can go out and fly. You just go out and fucking rip it. And it rips out of the box. BetaFPV did a really good job. Pairing these 702 motors. They're 0702 motors at 27,000 kV. And this is a 65, so it's not a 65 Pro, so it's 31 millimeter props. Obviously, GemFan. It comes stock with GemFan. Although the one that they initially sent me came with HQ props, and I was like, y'all, don't, those props suck. But yeah, GemFan forever, yo, GemFan forever. It is super light, and honestly, I forget how light it is. I'll put the spec up right here. See that number right there? That's how light it is. With a battery or without, I don't know, I'll make a little notation. It'll say, it'll already have said. It'll already have been set. It does come also, it comes stock factory with the new BT 2.0 connector that's got it's like this instead of like normal. So you're not tearing it off. Although in my experience, they're not, this little connector isn't as durable as it looks. But we're not talking about the bad stuff yet. This thing absolutely fucking rips. The camera, the C30 camera that it comes with is awesome. It's probably one of the best tiny whoop cameras out there right now. I miss the Razor Pico. RIP Razor Pico, you were the best analog camera. I don't know why they stopped making them. Maybe it was hard, maybe it was expensive. I don't know. It comes stock with ELRS. And it is not the shitty kind of ELRS. It is the good kind of ELRS that you don't have to fuck around with SPI bullshit nonsense, CLIs and all that. You just plug this in, you plug it in and get it into Wi-Fi mode, and then set your binding phrase, and boom, done. Or you can do the new bind. You can actually like do a binding on the radio. I don't do any of that stuff. That stuff doesn't work for me very good. So very long flight times too, because of how light it is. And this is 1S. It is 1S, and I run it on both. I run it on both the WeBleed 300 mAh batteries, and I'm also run it on BetaFPV's own Lava 1S 300 mAh batteries. Both of these batteries are awesome. I like WeBleed better because Zotek's awesome and WeBleed is awesome, and it's just a one-man band, you know? It's not a huge megacorp like BetaFPV. So I like supporting the community, and WeBleed supports the community very well too. I guess that's enough good stuff. That's enough good stuff. Let's talk about the bad stuff. Let's talk about the bad stuff after I get this thumbnail. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna talk about the bad stuff now. So there are some bad things about this that you should know before you go out and just go buy a bunch of these things. So there are some downsides. Everything can't be amazing, right? There's gonna be some downsides as well. One of the biggest downsides is the canopies on these things are very fragile. Luckily, they do send you an extra one in every box. That is the most breakable bit on this, and it always breaks right there, pretty much. Like every time, every one that I've broken has broken right there. So they tend to break about right there. Are also, for whatever reason, there is an issue. There is an issue that I've had is once you've bonked them enough times, for whatever reason, the onboard ELRS starts like losing potency or something. I have no idea. BetaFPV is aware of this. It's not a bug, it's a feature, I guess. So they aren't the most durable. They aren't the most durable, but for the price, they're replaceable. It's not like you're spending a shitload of money on it. So, you know, just keep that in mind. They're not gonna be as durable as say like a Meteor or a Mobula. Those boards seem to be a little bit more durable in my experience. I've already gone through, well, I've gone through a couple of these. I've gone through a couple of them, but mostly because I've lost them or got them stuck on a building or something. Not really the Whoop's fault. Also not really the Whoop's fault of like how much I bash it, because BetaFPV says themselves that it's meant for advanced flyers to push the limits of reality or some shit, like some cheesy hokey shit like that. But in the past, BetaFPV's boards have been really durable, like the AIO Cross. So I don't know what's going on there. It could be something to do with the current like microchip market or something. That's way beyond stuff that I know. Another bad thing too is the 0702 motors use the 1mm shaft on their BetaFPV motors, or the 1mm shafts, not the 1.5 or like on the more high-end motors that you get. So I had to buy a shitload of 1mm shaft 31mm props, because I have a bunch of the other kind, because I use Tiny Loops motors and WeBleeds motors on pretty much everything. So there is that as well. And honestly, that's it. That's it for the bad stuff. So I'm gonna go do a little freestyle rip, and I'm gonna show you what this little fucking thing can do. It is fucking awesome.
better than an electric knife and goes through frozen food as though it were melted butter.
Well, there you have it. That's about it for today's video. I did want to clarify again that this is the race version, which has the 27,000 kV motors on it. And in my personal opinion, this thing is awesome. This thing, honestly, in my own opinion, is the best BNF you can buy right now for freestyle, like tiny freestyle, like out of the box. Obviously, you can build like really fancier ones, but this one is fucking sick right out of the box. Also, BetaFPV has done something cool too. If you buy the freestyle one, which comes with the HQ props that are lighter, they're like lightweight HQ props. In Betaflight, if you go into the PID profile, there's actually two PID profiles in there. There's one with the race version that has the GemFan props on it, a PID profile for these, and then there's a separate PID profile built in that BetaFPV already did that for you in there. So you can swap between them, and it says HQ 31 millimeter and 12 what are these? 12195 is what the GemFan props are. So if you enjoyed the video, do subscribe, and if you got any questions regarding this, feel free to join up on my Discord. I also have a Patreon and Instagram, and if you give me $20 a month, I'll put your name at the front of the video, just like this one. And if you give me $60 a month, I do that plus fancy text, static text, and you get a fucking sick t-shirt every 2 months too. So that's awesome. And I will say too that I've been beating the absolute shit out of this one, and I haven't had that issue where it won't connect to the radio yet. Okay, bye.